Hi, Tina. Thank you for your questions. I think, in regards to bridging that gap, we do need to develop cultural competency. And I think a huge part of that is recognizing our own cultural biases and how those can impact the quality of services for our students. I think we oftentimes say that we want families to be very involved, but it's really certain families that we want to be involved because we don't really show that we value, family input. And I really liked how, Michael Kelly did not dismiss the traditional approaches of that family, but he found a way to integrate his own practice with their practice in a way that could still, benefit that child. So I think that needs to be the goal. And in order to do that, we need to make connections with families early on before we're having these sort of critical conversations and work to develop an awareness of cultural differences. um, I think that when we don't do that is when there's sort of that disconnect, and parents are more likely to maybe refuse services. And that kind of leads into your second question about what if they do refuse the traditional mental health services and then they have these critical needs. I guess it kind of depends what you mean by critical. If a student is, at risk to themselves or to others, there's, different protocols with crisis management that we have to follow. But um, I think it's really to the detriment of the student if we can't, I guess, find that common ground between the family and the school to develop an appropriate plan or to provide appropriate services. So I don't really know if I answered the second part of your question, but I think that hopefully if we are preventative in working with families and in working to understand cultural differences and really truly valuing what they have to say, hopefully it doesn't get to that point. So I hope I sort of answered your questions. Thanks.